Have you ever noticed how quickly a power outage turns your home from a comfort zone into a survival test? You are still scrolling through TikTok, and in a moment, the Wi-Fi is cut off, the refrigerator begins to melt, and the entire neighborhood is plunged into dead silence. The thing is, America's energy grid is not ready for what awaits us. In 2024, the USA experienced over 400 major outages, a 37% increase compared to the previous decade, according to the Department of Energy. Experts warn that the situation is only worsening, from cyber attacks to heat waves that disable transformers. Therefore, if you think the light will burn forever, you are already behind. That's why we will consider the top 10 survival items to buy at Walmart in case of a power outage. Real equipment, not empty shells. Things that will help you stay warm, avoid hunger, and have energy sources when everything around is in panic. Because at the moment the power goes out, it's not comfort that saves, but preparation. And Walmart has everything you need to turn your kitchen into a command center when the outside world plunges into darkness. Let's start with 10 portable energy sources. Let's talk about independence in energy matters. When your refrigerator shuts down, your phone runs out of battery, and all life comes to a standstill. A portable power station from Walmart is not just a gadget. It's a survival generator in a compact form. These lithium-ion devices can store from 300 to 2,000 watt-hours, enough to charge phones more than 30 times, power breathing machines, or keep LED lamps and mini refrigerators running overnight. Unlike gasoline generators, they are silent, emit no harmful emissions, and are safe for indoor use. This is especially important as the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention report that over 400 Americans die each year from carbon monoxide poisoning related to the use of portable generators. Some models from Walmart can even recharge using solar panels or car adapters, allowing you to create a renewable microgrid right in your backyard. For example, the Jackery Explorer 300 can charge up to 80% in just 2 hours and simultaneously power multiple devices through AC and DC outputs, as well as USB. During the recent outages in California, households with battery stations were able to maintain essential functions like refrigeration, lighting, and communication, while neighbors were left without electricity. And here's a twist. You can connect several small devices into one chain or leave one in the car for evacuation. In a world where the average power outage in America now exceeds 8 hours, portable power is not a luxury, but the first line of defense in modern survival. 9 emergency radios. If you think the internet will tell you what is happening during a network outage, think again. As soon as the electricity and cell towers go down, your only connection to the outside world is the radio. Therefore, the NOAA-approved emergency radio from Walmart is worth its weight in gold. These compact devices are tuned to government weather and emergency channels, which remain active even during major network outages. Many of them operate on multiple power sources, from manual drives to solar panels, batteries, or USB, ensuring that you are never completely isolated. The National Weather Service reports that 90% of U.S. counties have faced at least one federally declared catastrophic event in the last decade. In such situations, families with emergency radios received warnings and updates about evacuation, while others waited idly for information. Some modern models even combine the functions of a flashlight, phone charger, and SOS signal. One should not underestimate their psychological power. Hearing human voices and official messages can significantly reduce panic during prolonged power outages. Data from the Federal Emergency Management Agency shows that households without radios were 40% more likely to make informed evacuation decisions during hurricanes and wildfires. This is not a coincidence. It is survival through awareness. If your phone dies, your radio receiver will be the only connection to the outside world. Purchase it, test it, and keep spare batteries attached to its body. 8th, water storage containers and purification tablets. Here's a grim truth. Most households have less than 2 gallons of water per person, and that's not enough for even one day. In stores, you can find collapsible water containers and purification tablets that will help turn this weak moment into strength. When the electricity goes out, city pumps often stop working, and polluted water systems can take days to recover. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimate that more than 20% of hospitalizations after disasters are related to dehydration or waterborne diseases. That's why you need both storage containers and cleaning supplies. 5-liter BPA-free bottles from well-known brands are perfect for collecting water before a storm or outage. In combination with iodine or chlorine-based tablets, you can purify up to 100 quarts per package. Modern tablets eliminate 99.999,999% of bacteria and viruses, including E. coli, Giardia, and hepatitis A virus, all in just 30 minutes. During Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico, households using chemical cleaning tablets reported no gastrointestinal illnesses, while 60% of their neighbors who did not use them experienced such issues. This is not an advertisement, it's survival data. And a tip, always keep your containers full. Water weighs 8.34 pounds per gallon, which means a filled container can also serve as an anchor for tents or shelters in strong winds. Smart prepared people know that in the absence of light, light helps to maintain sanity, but water is life. The seventh is camping gas stoves. This is what most people realize too late. Your electric stove becomes useless during a power outage. Therefore, every serious prepared person keeps a camping gas stove on hand. In stores, you can find models designed for camping, but they are also great for cooking indoors with good ventilation during power outages. One gas cylinder weighing 1 pound can provide more than 2 hours of continuous flame, enough to boil water, cook rice, or heat canned dishes. According to the Ministry of Energy, the spoilage of food during prolonged outages cost the average household $250 to $500 for each event. A small camping stove pays for itself with the first meal cooked. These stoves are also efficient, reaching full cooking temperature in less than a minute and consuming less fuel than a large grill. A small cast iron pot with this design creates a portable kitchen that is not afraid of power outages. Survival experts often say, if you can boil water, you can survive. With a camping stove, you can sterilize utensils, warm baby food, or even melt snow for drinking water. And do not forget the moral aspect. Hot food in a cold house without electricity is a psychological victory that is hard to overestimate. Stock up on extra fuel canisters. They will disappear from the shelves faster than bread before a storm warning. Item number 6, rough blankets and thermal bed linen. One of the most underrated dangers during a power outage is not hunger, but hypothermia. When the power goes out in winter, the temperature inside can drop below 50 degrees Fahrenheit in less than 12 hours. Rough blankets and thermal bed linens are not just items of comfort, but true support for life. Wool retains up to 80% of its insulating ability, even when wet, making it significantly more effective than cotton. That is why armies and rescue services around the world still use rough blankets. A good blanket retains warm air close to the skin, wicks moisture away, and does not catch fire when using an open flame. Research from the National Institute of Health shows that a drop in body temperature by just 2 degrees can impair decision-making and coordination, which can be deadly in emergencies. Thermal fleece sets also save space and can be vacuum sealed for storage. Layering several blankets creates an air barrier that can increase heat retention by 40%. Do not underestimate the quality of sleep. Cozy relaxation in the dark reduces cortisol levels, the stress hormone, helping you think more clearly and make rational decisions. During every major winter shutdown, from the icy storm of 19 to the freezes in Texas in 21, thousands of people ended up in hospitals with hypothermia, not due to a lack of food, but because they underestimated the cold. Therefore, while everyone else huddles under thin sheets, you will be wrapped in a warm thermal shelter. Warmth is survival. Never consider it a luxury. Point number 5, emergency candles and candlesticks. People underestimate how psychologically destructive complete darkness can be. When the electricity goes out and the city turns into a black abyss, your brain starts to panic. Literally. Studies published in the journal Ecological Psychology show that sensory deprivation causes anxiety and confusion in just 30 minutes. This is where emergency candles become unnoticed heroes. These are not the decorative candles your grandmother uses. It is about long-lasting smokeless emergency candles that can burn from 8 to 100 hours, depending on the model. A set of 3 candles can light your home for several days. And don't forget to take sturdy candle holders made of glass or metal. During power outages, the main cause of secondary fires is unstable candles that can tip over. According to data from the U.S. Fire Administration, more than 15,000 home fires occur each year due to improper use of candles during power outages. You can change this statistic by spending less than $5. Here's another useful tip that many overlook. White candles burn cleaner and brighter than colored ones, as they contain fewer dyes, meaning less soot and a longer lifespan. Candles can also be used wisely. Place them near mirrors or foil to enhance the light in the room without wasting wax. If you have children or pets, you can find LED candles that mimic real flames and run on batteries or solar power, ensuring safety without risk. During the power outage in the Northeast USA in 2003, people in New York exchanged candles like currency as store supplies ran out in a matter of hours. Don't wait for panic to start. Candles are not just a source of light. They help restore a sense of calm and control when the outside world seems on the brink of collapse. 4 sturdy plastic containers and vessels are what distinguish truly prepared people from those who merely grab a flashlight Organization. When the light goes out, chaos arises not only outside your home, but also in your living room. Therefore, sturdy containers and bins from Walmart become true gold during a power outage. They are waterproof, stackable, and strong enough to withstand over 100 pounds each. In emergencies, the containers protect your gear from flooding, pests, and physical damage. According to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, about 37% of homes face secondary water leaks or contamination issues during prolonged outages, meaning your supplies can literally rot or mold if left uncovered. Plastic containers solve this problem. Separate them by colors. One for food, another for hygiene, a third for lighting and fuel. Stick glowing labels on them so that each can be easily found in complete darkness. Walmart offers Sterilite and hyper-tough containers made from high-density polyethylene that does not crack even at low temperatures. This is the same material used in military supply crates. And here's another trick. You can use an empty container as an improvised washing machine by filling it with water, soap, and a plunger, maintaining hygiene when there is no water supply. Stack a few containers on top of each other, and they will serve as seating or an improvised table in your command center during a power outage. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security does indeed recommend using airtight containers in its official preparedness list. Walmart offers them at a lower price than anywhere else. A well-organized kit not only saves time, but also saves lives. Because when your flashlight goes out and panic rises, knowing exactly where your gear is will make you feel like the captain of a ship, not a victim of disaster. Now let's talk about an element that almost no one mentions until a flood or fire occurs. A fireproof and waterproof document, safe. Walmart offers compact safes that withstand temperatures up to 179 degrees Fahrenheit for an hour and immersion in water for 24 hours. Think about it. During power outages caused by storms or network failures, the number of fires and floods sharply increases. If you lose your identification, birth certificates, insurance documents, or cash for emergencies, you are essentially starting from scratch. The Federal Emergency Management Agency reports that over 40% of disaster victims face difficulties accessing aid because they cannot verify their identity after losing their documents. This is a serious problem that can destroy lives. A $40 safe from the store can protect everything you need to rebuild your life after chaos. Many models are equipped with combination or key locks, and inside they have thermal insulation that expands when heated, preventing smoke and steam from entering. If you are serious about survival, keep digital backups on encrypted flash drives that can also be stored inside. They can withstand temperatures up to 150 degrees and moisture if properly sealed. Here's advice from professional preparers. Hide several $100s in small bills inside the safe, because when the system shuts down, ATMs stop working. Cash becomes king. Most people worry about food and flashlights, but financial survival is equally important. When Hurricane Katrina struck the coast, thousands of people were unable to book hotel rooms and arrange transportation simply because they could not verify their identity or access their funds. Don't let this happen to you. For a small fee, a fireproof safe turns your documents into untouchable assets. This is not paranoia, it's preparation for the real world when the lights go out. Secondly, a portable propane heater for indoors. This is what most people do not realize until it is too late. Cold can be deadly. When the electricity is turned off in winter, hypothermia is not only a threat in the wild, but also a danger in your apartment. Portable propane heaters for indoor use from the store can make the difference between comfort and crisis. These small yet powerful devices, like the Mr. Series Heater Buddy units, run on 1 pound of propane and can heat spaces up to 200 square feet in just a few minutes. This means that your room can remain warm even when the outside temperature is below freezing. According to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, a drop in body temperature of just 2 degrees within an hour can lead to impaired judgment and motor coordination. Exactly what you don't need during a power outage. Unlike kerosene heaters, modern propane models for indoor use are equipped with oxygen depletion sensors and automatic shutoff when tipped over, making them safe for enclosed spaces when used properly. During the energy crisis in Texas in 2021, thousands of families used these devices to survive record cold, while others relied on dangerous homemade solutions like burning coal indoors, leading to over 400 cases of carbon monoxide poisoning in 1 week. A $70 heater and a few fuel canisters can literally save your life. The store sells adapters for refilling small cylinders from a standard 20-pound propane tank, giving you weeks of heating for pennies. Advice to note: close the windows with thermal curtains or foil blankets to retain heat. This simple change can reduce heat loss by 30%. In a world where the reliability of power grids declines each year, having a safe and portable source of heat is no longer just an option. It becomes a necessity for survival. And such device is a combination of a hand generator and solar charger. It's a real find. This item transforms you from a defenseless person into a self-sufficient one. A hand generator and solar charger are not just gadgets, but the foundation of modern survival. Think about it. Everything you have, a flashlight, a radio, a phone, even medical devices, depends on electricity. And when it disappears, you are left in darkness, without sound or connection. A dual-source charger solves this problem using pure human and solar energy. 5 minutes of turning a handle can charge a smartphone for an important call or message. Leave it in the sun for a day, and it will accumulate enough energy to power a radio or lamp all night. The best models, such as those offered by Walmart from Fos Power and Eaton, have a capacity of 10 to 20,000 milliamp hours, allowing for multiple recharges of several devices. They are equipped with built-in LED flashlights, SOS signals, and several charging ports, turning one device into a full-fledged survival hub. Here are the statistics that many ignore. During prolonged power outages, 70% of emergency calls fail due to dead phones. FEMA points out portable chargers as one of the most essential items, alongside food and water. But most Americans do not have a single device that is independent of the grid. These devices completely bypass this vulnerability, and solar panels are no longer just a buzzword. Modern monocrystalline technologies can generate real charge even on cloudy days, converting about 22% of available sunlight into usable power. This is almost twice as much as the old models could do. These are cutting-edge independence technologies priced at under $50. Keep one in every car, and you'll never find yourself completely isolated. When the world plunges into darkness, energy becomes not just a convenience, but a means to control the situation. A solar generator with manual drive gives you what everyone else will lack: control over your energy. Here are 10 essential items to buy in case of a power outage that you can acquire right now without spending a fortune. The fact is, power grids are not getting stronger, they are becoming weaker. Outdated power lines, record heat waves, cyber threats. The Department of Energy openly admits that America's electrical infrastructure is operating at its limits. Every year we observe more outages, prolonged downtimes, and vast areas in darkness. But here is the difference between panic and control. It is preparation. You don't need a bunker or a six-figure budget. You just need foresight. For the price of a single supermarket purchase, you can assemble an emergency kit that will help your family stay warm, fed, and connected while everyone else is floundering in the dark. Because as soon as the lights go out, the Walmart shelves will empty in a matter of hours, not days. We have seen this during every storm, every freeze, every disaster. So don't wait for the next time. This is your warning. Those who prepare in advance will sleep peacefully when the power grid collapses. Stock up now while prices are still affordable, and you will never have to beg the darkness for mercy. Be careful, keep your supplies, and as always, see you next time.